dub, sub. Who else has heard of dub and sub? In fact, if you watch anime, you know what dub and sub is. Dub and sub being English or Japanese. And I don't know, I'm American, so that's all I get. So maybe there's some sort of other kind of language, like a glub or something. But all I know of is dub and sub. If there's anything else, I don't know. But you most likely heard of dub and sub. It's kind of hard not to. You know, you go around, you type on the internet, and you find an anime, and you're like, oh, this looks awesome. Let's read about it. And then you read about it, and you're like, oh, that's really interesting. I think I'm gonna go find it. And then you find it, and then there's two of them, and you're like, what? Why is there two? And then you see one says sub, the other says dub. So you're like, huh, well, I don't know what this is, so maybe sub has more information about the story. So you go ahead and you type up some information on dub and sub. You go to Google, you type in what is dub and what is sub, and it comes up with one thing, and you're like, alright, I'll click that. And you're taken to a freaking ignorant web page. Or it can even be here on YouTube. It can be here right on YouTube in the comment section of any video of any anime, and some of them just be like, oh, dub sucks because, you know, the voice actors aren't giving it their all. Oh, sub sucks because they're Japanese. What? Come on now. Are we really gonna be that childish over something like this? Like, okay, take an anime like One Piece or Fairy Tail, for example. The dub and sub on both of them are amazing. They're pretty good. And I am someone who watches dub and sub. I prefer dub just a little bit more, but if I can't find a dub, I will find a sub. And if I run out of dub episodes and there are more sub episodes, then I'll watch the sub. I don't care. I just care about the anime. I don't care about dub or sub. I don't care about the subtitles. It's like, I don't care what the person says unless it's really important to the story, because I can read really fast and look at what's going on. And I can just kind of like look at it at the same time. I can look at both what's going on and what I need to read at the same time. That's kind of how anime was made. Okay. There is nothing wrong with dub or sub. People probably saw like the 4Kids version of like One Piece or something, and they're like, oh, this is dub? Oh, dub sucks. Yay. That's probably what they're like, because they're freaking idiots. Alright? If you're just gonna base something based on one anime, like seriously, out of the millions of anime out there, you're gonna base how bad dub is on one anime? Are you serious? You need to freaking get your brain checked. You need to get that head meat checked, because that ain't working. You need to get those gears turned, maybe replace a few of those gears. I don't know, maybe get out of the Bronze Age, you know, get back into this like more industrial age, more technology age. Maybe you can get like a gear that has like a little Tron design on, you know? yeah, you can get a gear with a Tron design, put that in your little head, that'll help you work. I mean, it's the same as a normal gear, but it's just kind of like a little Tron design, you know? You can say, well, I got a Tron gear in my head, and I do better with it, you know? I mean, yeah, you could do that. Or, what I could do, if you say, oh, I like dub better, or, oh, I like sub better, you know what, good for you, you know what, you want a cookie or something, you want a freaking cake, you want a medal, I got cat treats out there, my cats freaking love them so much, even when they're really angry, my cats just love cat treats, you know, just dangle in your face, dub, I'll write dub or sub on it, you know, And I'll feed you some dub or sub, depending on what you want. I will feed you that on a cat treat if you do not shut up. Just shut up. Here's a novel idea. Why not just watch anime? Wait. Mursa. You mean, and yes, I am calling myself a disease. You mean to just watch anime? Don't care about the dub or the sub? That's ludicrous. You might as well just be killing babies on the street in cold blood. For saying that, you might as well just be doing it, because it's like the same thing to these people. These people are just like, oh, well, dub is better, and, well, let's see. Hold on a second. Alright. If this book, which is my favorite book of all, wasn't sub, I wouldn't understand you. One Piece good. It's not that good. Good book, by the way. It's actually a pretty decent book. I haven't gotten that far in it because, you know, I have school stuff in summer, which is, I usually want to take a break from reading a lot in summer stuff and just focus on having a lot of fun. So, well, I read this book. It's pretty decent. And I'm pretty sure it's going to get better later on. But anyways, back to the point. If you really don't care, if you really gonna care that something is dub or sub, and you're gonna pick one over the other all the time, then you're just stupid. I like to say that if you pick the dub over the sub, or vice versa, you're more of a weeaboo than someone who just watches the sub versions. Cause, I mean, really, you kind of are. Cause weeaboos, you know, they kind of like try to speak in horrible Japanese, like, ding yong, wing wong, ding, konnichiwa. You know, weeaboos do that, but if you choose one language over the other, it's just like you'd like that language of weeaboo. Which in English we just call you an idiot. And back in the 80s you'd probably be called a nerd. Yeah, a nerd. That's what we'll call you. We'll call you a nerd. No, because even a nerd would be too good of a word for you. We'll just call you idiot. Because really there's nothing else. We could call you retard. People don't like that word, but, you know, who cares, right? Because people who choose one language over the other, it's just, it boggles the mind. Like, you're choosing one language over the other. It's the same thing. The anime is not going to change. The graphics aren't going to change. The freaking, okay, what they say might change, but it's just going to be the same thing, basically. Even if one word is different from another word, like, let's say you're watching something and they say like, oh, you will not get to this door, I will stop you, in a dub, and in the sub it's like, this door, you will not get to this door, I shall stop you right now. You know, even if it's like that, that's still the same thing. Anyways, I'm kind of going off on a tangent here. If you got any, like, horror stories about, freaking dubbers or subbers, yes, that's what I'm gonna call them, dubbers or subbers, because that's the only name I can think of them. Yeah, I could call them fanboys, but really, they're not really fanboying over anything, unless you want to call it language fanboying, which is just speaking, really. What do you think of this? Post down in the comment box below, and tell me any kind of horror stories you've had. Not horror stories like, like horror stories like Resident Evil horror. You know, post down in the comment box below, and like, comment, subscribe if you like this video. Though I bet if anyone sees this video, you're probably not going to get to the end of it. It's that horrible. See ya.